Hello, I'm Patrick Magee, sports writer for the Sun Herald.
I'm Patrick Ochs, this is Sports Guys Week 2.
We're here to talk about Friday night's big games. We had a big opening week last week. I'll be talking about Point-Gautier and East Central Stone High this week.
I'll kick things off talking about Gulfport and Petal, probably one of the bigger games on the coast this week. Petal ranked top 25 by USA Today. You know, it sounds funny to say for Gulfport coming off of a 42-0 win, but the defense is going to have to play a little better, and so is the offense, really, this week. They're facing a dangerous Petal team that has a number of different playmakers in offense. Stephen Hutterson is a Tulane commit at running back. He's a versatile guy, can find the crease and go. He can take it around the end. They're really going to have to mark him. And then you look at their offense, and even though they've put up 42 points, Cleveland Ford, the quarterback, will have to do a little bit better. He was a victim of some drops, but he also needs to make some better reads. Lorenzo Shugart and TQ Newsom need to step up to help the running game. Even though Petal is nationally ranked, I think Gulfport has a chance here. I'd take them in let's say a 21-20 hometown victory.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then the second game that I'll hit on is Picayune visiting D'Iberville. Have two teams opening up their season after first week bye weeks. Kind of an interesting matchup if you think about it. You got Dodley coming in. They're trying to come off a 5-7 season last year, pretty disappointing. And then you got D'Iberville, pretty big turnover over there with the new coach coming in. The big question there is what's the offense going to look like? I think they have some good playmakers on defense. Tyler Barnes is a Southern Miss commit. He flies around the field. He really jumps out when you go out to any scrimmage or practice or game for that matter. He's definitely the leader on defense. Then you have Seawright, who's one of the leading tacklers last year. He's back to lead the linebacker group. It's going to be an interesting game, I think. Two offenses that are pretty similar. I'm really high on Josh Littles. Love him. I think he's one of the better running backs on the coast. I think Picayune kind of gets things cracking in week 1 and comes away with a 35-21 victory.
Moss Point, of course, coming off a huge win over Pascagoula last week, 18-13. Moss Point's obviously got a lot of momentum. They're going to be hosting Gaucher, which is another rivalry game for them. People talk up Pascagoula, but the Gaucher-Moss Point game's a pretty heated game as well. Gaucher had a little bit of a rough start, went to a really good George County team and lost 42-14. George County is no slouch. There's no shame in losing that game. I think in this Gaucher-Moss Point game, you have a matchup of two of the better offensive lines on the coast. Moss Point's really big and strong. Gaucher's got really good tackles in Paul Gaynor and Justin Scott. Both teams have good running backs. Moss Point's got Omni Wells. Gaucher's got DeAndre Torrey. So I think they kind of marry each other in a way, but I think Moss Point coming in, I don't see them letting up. I see them beating Gaucher by a touchdown. And when it comes to Stone High, East Central, kind of an interesting story. John Feaster, the Stone High coach, who's in his first year, Seth Smith, in year number 4 at East Central. They were junior college football teammates. They were on the same staff at Picayune. They were on the same staff for a year at PRC. So the teams are really similar to each other. Stone and East Central both had big wins to start the season last week. East Central really put it on St. Luke's out of Mobile, 61-21, and Stone High really put it on Van Cleve. I believe it was 49-6. So both teams, like Moss Point, have momentum coming into this one. I think East Central's added a little bit something to their offense. Brad Cumbus, the tight end, had a really nice start. Had over 100 yards receiving. The quarterback, Riley Brown, can throw a little bit. So Stone High's got to really be concerned about East Central being able to add a little bit of a passing game to that strong rushing attack. So I think East Central is going to be on their home field. I give East Central a touchdown advantage. Other games I want to touch on, I see Ocean Springs beating Pascagoula. I think Pascagoula's got some issues to work out right now. And I see St. Martin going on the road and winning at MRA.
And two other games that I had, I think Hancock and West Harris are both coming off big wins, but I think Hancock gets the win here. And then also, I think Poplarville rebounds and gets a big win over at PRC.
And we appreciate you watching again this week. And also Friday night, be sure to go to sunherald.com and keep track of all the live scores coming in, also on our app. That's a free app. Download it for any tablet and your smartphone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.